Unfortunately, in American history and in all history, it's almost always been old politicians sending young men and women to fight and die. And although this is the first year in America in a long time without a single combat death, it's still a time for pain and mourning and reflection. Because Memorial Day is not a time for the veterans that lived. This is not about thanking me or about thanking your grandpa who's still around, but it's about the fighting men and women who died, most of whom died at an age that was far too young. Like 21-year-old Specialist Robert A. Wise of Tallahassee, Florida, who was killed on November 12, 2003 in Baghdad, Iraq, just outside the gate where I was with my platoon. Robert Wise was on a mounted patrol when an IED exploded and he was killed at just 21 years old. And it's about Army Command Sergeant Major Eric Cook, who was 43. At a young 43, he was one of the older guys in our unit. He grew up in Phoenix and was killed on Christmas Eve after his convoy vehicle struck a roadside bomb. It's about those guys and many, many others. Because Memorial Day is a time when most folks go to the beach or to a barbecue, and a few of us go to the cemetery. And for over a decade, when I was the CEO of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, that was my job. Memorials and cemeteries and Arlington and media talking about all of it. And I'm not going to do that this year. This year, I'm going to take my little boys to their very first Yankee game. And I'm going to love the shit out of life for a day. But I'll also teach them about why we have the day off. And I'll go silent at 3 p.m. on Monday local time for just 1 minute. I'll go silent as a part of IAVA's Go Silent campaign. We do it every year. And I encourage you to do the same at 3 p.m. wherever you are. Or if you can't do it at 3 p.m. or you forget, just get a group of folks together or call a friend and go silent for 1 minute. Talk about anyone you lost or what this day means to you. Or if you don't know anyone, go look up the story of Specialist Robert Weiss or Sergeant Major Eric Cook, or just pick a name at random from the Arlington Cemetery website or from your local cemetery. As Billy Joel said, only the good die young. I don't know about that, but I know too many good have died too young. And too many good are not in the fight now, and we need them. So encourage the young people in your life to get involved in whatever way they're interested. And if you're a young person yourself, get involved. Whether it's fighting to save the planet, or fighting for veterans' benefit, or fighting to protect schools from their budget cuts, or fighting for legal weed, or fighting to get rid of daylight savings time, whatever it is, help get in the fight. Help them get in the fight. Send them this podcast, or another one you like, but we need them. The old folks have had their chance, and they've screwed up everything pretty damn royally. And we need the young people to step up now and get us back on track as a nation.